Welcome back YouTube, Tutu UK here, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. And yeah, we're going to be unboxing the Atari 2600 Plus. Just turned up today, as you can see, fresh from Amazon in a big box. I think I've bought everything that was released because I'm daft like that. But hey, I paid it with my own money. None of this has been begged or grifted off anybody. So yeah, what a first. It's got to be the first unboxing that someone's actually paid for. Right, anyway, without further ado, let's crack into it. A lot of debate in the Atari scene, shall we say, regarding this. Some people are not convinced. Others, like myself, are kind of like, yeah, I think it'll be all right. And then there's others that are sort of sat on the fence. I think this is going to be a great bit of kit, personally. Because I have to say that because every single one of these minis or new consoles that I've invested in, within like 6 months, they're in B&M bargain bins. So I have to be optimistic. In all reality, I am a bit on the fence. I just think I'm a huge Atari fan, so I've got to be on board with it, and I've got to be optimistic in terms of what it's going to be able to deliver. Now, I'm not expecting it's not going to be HD graphics or anything. It's via HDMI. We all know that. We all know, you know, what it's supposed to do. The real sort of test of it is going to be what games can and can't it play. Obviously, it's an emulation device. It's not FPGA. I think the wife just told me this whole box was 200 quid, which again is a lot of money. So I've literally just gone all in because I'm daft. So here we go. We're all in. This is the stuff. Well, that's not good. That's already come out. Right. So we've got the Atari 4 games in one cartridge: Breakout, Cannonball, Night Driver, Video Olympics, and we've got the paddle. So this is like the sort of paddle set, if you like. Top still here, but they can open it from the bottom. So I might just leave it like that. And there you go, there's the paddles. But we'll come to them in a bit. I'm just showing you what's in this ear box. We've got a nice sealed, well, I'm glad it's sealed because it really should be, Berserk, apparently upgraded, enhanced even, sorry, not upgraded, enhanced. I do quite enjoy Berserk, although I can't really say I played it back in the day. Mr. Run and Jump, I think this is a new release, from what I recall. Sort of like, I wouldn't say like an indie game, but you know, a new game for the old system. Iconic. Some would say there should have been 2 joysticks in this set, but I thought, well, let's bite the bullet. We're going to go all in, so let's go all in. And again, you can open it from the bottom and leave the top sealed if you so wished. And then lastly, the main event, and let's get rid of this for a minute. Is a 2600 Plus. It's nice to see it's still, because it's obviously Atari, it's still retaining the name, and I quite like that. You know, they're able to call it what it is. I do like a nice box. Those that have watched any of my unboxings, I do tend to moan about the quality of cardboard. This, yeah, it seems okay. I wouldn't say it's super high quality. It's not Nintendo piss poor quality, let's say that. Nintendo are notorious for, I don't know what it is recently, for really thin cardboard. This is kind of middle of the road. It's not, I wouldn't say it's super high quality, but it's not piss thin either. And here we have it. Nicely presented. It looks the part. You know, if I was any sort of proper YouTuber, I would have had my original Woody. Yeah, get my Woody out. Would have got my Woody out already. But you all know what fucking 2600 Woody looks like. It feels about as light as a normal Woody does, less the heavy sixes. Again, we've got switches on the back. I can't read that because my eyes. 16 by 943. Standard controllers. Difficulty A and B, HDMI out, obviously, left controller and power. You know, they've not really, other than include HDMI, I don't think they've altered. No, because all the switches are still, they're still mechanical switches. Like, you even got black and white, should you so wish. Yeah, there's still all mechanical switches and obviously cartridge. So again, you know, I might be, you know, preaching to the converted here. This has nothing built in. There is no menu. There is no GUI. There's nothing. It literally just plays cartridges, which is quite nice. It's quite nice that they haven't fettled around with it in that respect. Like I said, I know it's running emulation, and I do believe it can be flashed. So I'm guessing it'd probably be able to be flashed from the USB power, a bit like the NES Minis and stuff. But yeah, it just plays cartridges. You plug your cartridges in, it plays the cartridges. You can't. There's no menu. I believe even within the multi-carts, you still have to use the game select to choose the games within the menu. I quite like that. I quite like it's just a new console to play your old games on, and that's quite appealing, I must admit. But yeah, going back to the flashing of it, like I say, because it's emulation, I think there is hope that if there are any issues or bugs or whatever, some of those can be ironed out with a future firmware, and obviously the OS, the internal OS, can be overwritten. And I'm sure to God, someone's going to be able to mess around and you know, build, flash, manipulate, hack, I suppose hack for want of a better word, the OS, perhaps to get stuff running that maybe otherwise wouldn't do. Obviously, there's nothing in it, so you can't hack it like the old school. Say the old school, you know, your traditional minis, because there's no storage device for this. So you know, the only thing that's going to be hackable will be the firmware. But yeah, a nice. It's not as big. I think it's, you know, not even half. Yeah, 3/4 of the size, maybe something like that. Your quick guide, but you know, it's fucking should be straightforward enough. And obviously, because the ports are the same, you can use your standard Mega Drive, Amiga, you know, the normal Atari, funnily enough, we used to call them the Atari connections. What's in these boxes? Let's have a look. I'm guessing this is either joystick. No, this is the oh, that's it. The 10 games in one. The 10 games in one is actually a dip switch. So it's not selectable. It's a dip switch. Really old school dip switch. Crazy. It's a shame they didn't come in a box though, as in like a proper, you know, that sort of box. And no cover, no dust protector on it. But yeah, I mean, look, again, I'm not going to dwell too long on the games. Adventure Combat, Dodge Jump, Haunted House, Maze Craze, Missile Command, Real Sports Volleyball, Surround, Video Pinball, and Yar's Revenge. There's a couple on there that I actually don't even have. Again, this will be the joystick, which you can't get into yet because I've got no fingernails. Cramp-inducing, the blister-inducing joystick. Oh, it's a little bit more forgiving. It's still pretty tight. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. It is still pretty tight. To be honest, I don't think there's much difference in them. I really don't. Does it feel a bit smaller? I don't know. Maybe my hands have just got bigger as I got older. Funny that. But yeah, like I say, it's your standard connections. So all your Mega Drive, your Amiga, etc. controls will work in that. No problem. There shouldn't be any issue. But yeah, that feels remarkably like the original. Bit softer on the plastic, perhaps, but still as clunky, still as awkward, still as uncomfortable, no doubt. And then I'm guessing in this one is just HDMI hookups. I guess. Get you on screen. Come on, Stu. Yeah. HDMI. We get a USB-C lead as well. So you get everything you need, obviously, clearly. Took it up, other than the plug. Nothing comes with the plug anymore, but I'm sure we've all got telephone plugs and mobile phone plugs, rather, knocking about. So yeah, that's really the 2600 Plus. What I'll probably do is at some point get it all hooked up, have a little play, and then in the future vid let you know my thoughts on it. But initially it looks nice, it looks the part. You know, I don't think there's much to dislike about it unless you're not an Atari 2600 fan. But yeah, you know, I think the real test will be in terms of what it can and can't play from your existing library of cartridges. So yeah, thanks for watching everybody, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.